Hi guys, this is Sai Kumar Kortewada. In this video, we will learn about JavaScript data types. So what we'll cover in this video, the basic understanding of data types, and even we'll go more advanced concepts of these data types in the further videos by segregating each and every type into another video. So I'll use this as a glance or the summary of data types video, and in the upcoming video we will talk about all the different types of data types and how exactly each and everything will work in a separate videos. So let me go into the next slide, and here we will cover two types. Before that, we need to understand what exactly the data type is. Data type is nothing but which will define the type of a variable. For example, if I consider my name, it is a string, that is a collection of characters. And if you consider a number like age is a number, and date of birth, it's a date. So all these type of things are called as data types, and these are classified into two types. One is primitive data types and one is complex data types. There are many things in primitive and many things in complex data types we'll learn in depth in the further videos. Now let me go into the next slide where we will see all the primitive data types like string, number, boolean, big int, symbol, null, and undefined. So these all are the different primitive data types which we can use in our JavaScript. And now let's talk about complex data types. We have objects, we have maps, we have date, we have arrays, we have promises, sets, and many more. And even you can create your own objects, that is custom objects or user defined objects. So that means your complex data types can be created by yourself. And also there are built-in data types which are like map, date, list, filter, array, all this. So we'll talk about first primitive data types, and whenever I'm trying to explain you the complex data types, there are many things to explain over there, but in this video we'll see just a glance about arrays and objects, and in the further videos I'll explain you what is maps, what is dates, what are arrays exactly, and how many ways we can use these arrays, how many methods it has inbuilt. All this we'll learn in the upcoming videos. For now, let me go and explain you what exactly the primitive types we have. For example, I have a variable like var name, and I want to give my name. So you can give the string variables in two ways. One is you can use double quotes or single quotes. Let me give double quotes and let me add Sai. So you can give like this: Sai console.log of I'm using a name, and this is the name which I gave, and that name is something which is stored inside a variable, and that variable I'm printing. Don't worry about this name. Actually, we should not use name because it is deprecated, so you should not use the name on the JavaScript. That is what recommended. Why? Because window object itself will have some set of name property, so whatever the var variable you are creating, it will be hosted onto the window object. That's why they are not allowing. For example, if you make it as let keyword and save this, still it is not allowed. Why? Because they have deprecated this. That means it will work. For example, let me go here and execute this. It works properly, but they are not recommending us to use because they may remove in the future. So what I'll do is I'll make it as first name, and I'm using two words, so I'm using a first name as camel case. Save this, and now let me run this. So you got Sai. So this is a collection of characters and also called as string. So this is about a string, and now even you can give that string with single quotes. Let me go and change it to single quotes and save this. Now let me clear this off, run again. You can see that's Sai. So now you are able to see these particular string values. We'll talk more about detailed video of strings as well. And now let's talk about numbers. So we have different types of numbers. One is a floating number and an integer number and big int number. All these we have. But in JavaScript, we will use only two things. One is a big int. When the number is too big, then it considers as a big int. And you can give a number as a floating number. Even the same number, you can give it as a normal number. Everything you can do with the variables itself. And here we are not defining any of the types. So let me talk in depth about how to use this JavaScript data types. So now what we'll do is we'll create a number with a floating number, with a normal number, and with a big int number. For example, I have age is equal to 20. This is a fixed number, and I can print this console.log of age and save this. So here in this case it is a number, and even you can use where milk is equal to 2.2. So this is something like in liters, and we are giving something like a decimal point, and hence these variable is called as a floating variable. So let me use 2.2 or something like milk and save this. Now if you print, it will print 2.2. So it is printing 2.2. In the same way, if you are extending a number where sample is equal to, I have a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. In this case, it is considered as your begint because some number which is not sufficient by your JavaScript, then that is considered as a begint. It could be something like this as well. So now this is a very big number, so it is considered as a begint. Even that will not be a problem for us because begint, number or a float, it doesn't have any differentiation between them. It will take 16-bit data. That means it will consider only 16 bytes of data, whatever you use. And it will consider always like a double check. So whenever you are using a double type, that is not something like a floating, but the floating is a normal 4-byte data type. Whereas if you use in JavaScript, if you give a number, it takes 16 bytes. Even if you use a floating number, it takes 16 bytes. And even if you go with a double number, it takes 16 bytes. So like that, whatever the number type you are giving, it will consider as a double. So now I'll just print this sample and save this. Go here and just hit enter. Now you can see one dot and plus 28. This is a big int format. So whenever you have a big int, it will be adding something like this. And now even you can use 1n, 1, 2n, 3n, something like that. And even you can go with the exponential also. So now, for example, if I want to use var data is equal to 32e exponent minus 1. So this is also considered as a number. You can see that. You can see the color of this and this. Even this is considered as a number. So let me go here and just print this data console.log of data and save this. Now you can hit it. Now you can see 3.2 itself. It is not giving complete details, but it is an exponential manner. So that's why it is giving in this way. So even you can use exponents in your number, but it takes the same way. 16 bytes of data. Now we are done with the begint and number. Let me go with a boolean value. So I'll just make it like number done, and then I'll make it something like boolean value. So boolean value means it is simple like true or false. So whenever you say something is yes or no, in that case situations you can use the boolean data type. For example, I have var is truth is equal to, I can make it as true or I can make it as false. And you can see this color also. It is in blue color. It is a keyword. That means reserved word. We should not use these reserved words anywhere. So now what I'll do, I'll just print this console.log of is truth and save this. Now you can print this. You can see the true value over here. And in the same way, you can give the false as well and save this. Let me run this again. You can see the false value. That means the boolean value is of true or false. You can give at any time to a variable. So this is also a primitive data type. There is something like another data type that is nothing but undefined. So here undefined is considered as a data type. Let me go with var data or sample. Already we gave this. So you can give something like a, which is a variable and is not given with a value. Whenever you don't give a value, that var variable will be considered as an undefined and its type is also undefined. Let me console this console.log of undefined. So let me save this. Sorry, we can give a, save this and run this. So you can see undefined. The type of this variable is also undefined and the value of this variable is also undefined. But whenever you want to give an empty value, then you can use null. For example, I want to create a variable, but not the type as undefined. I want to give some value, but I don't have the value as of now. Then in that case, you can give the null value. For example, var b is equal to null. That means here I am defining the variable. It is not undefined. It is defined and you have the value as null. Let me console this console.log of b. So you will see the null value. Let me go here and hit. Now null you are able to see here. And remember, null is also a reserved word. So we are done with null as well and undefined. So let me go with a symbol. So let me go with symbol. And if you create var c is equal to symbol of, you can give anything like Sai Kumar. So symbol is something like you are creating a unique variable. Let me print console.log of c and Go here, run this, and you can see there is a symbol which is created as Sai Kumar. That means the symbol will never be equal to anything. For example, I can give where D is equal to symbol of Kumar. So this will be one unique symbol it is created, and that is nothing but a D variable. So let me save this and run this. Now you can see a symbol with Sai Kumar and the symbol with Kumar. So like that you can use symbols also. So we have mostly completed all our primitive data types, that is string, number, boolean, big int, symbol, null and undefined. And also remember, null and undefined are completely different. I'll show you that in the future videos. Once we are learning about the operators, I'll show you that how exactly we can use null and undefined, whether they both are equal or not. And also we'll learn about few things in complex data types. One of the major thing we will be using is object. So if you want to create an object, you can create where obj is equal to, you can give some value. Objects can be anything. Okay, so you will be giving a key pair values. So if you want to give a key pair value, I can give name as Sai and Kumar, or let me go with last, and let me give it as Kurtivada and save this. Now this is an object. You can print this object as well. Console.log of obj. That means it is a collection of two key pair values, and in that one is string and another is also string. Like this you can combine with anything. Age as 20. So you can consider this object with the different data types. That means collection of different data types I have used, and that is nothing but an object. Let me print this, and if you see, there is an object which has been printed over here. Now let me go with some other complex objects. So let me go this as objects. We have many things to discuss about objects. I'll update this course with the objects as well, and also I have created one playlist. I'll append that playlist to this so that you will understand object series as well. Now let me create arrays. Now if you want to give a collection of strings, for example, const arr is equal to, I can use something like Sai and I can use Kumar. So here I am trying to give without key pair values, and I want to give collection of strings. So now I can print this as a array. So arr and save this. Now we have many things in array as well. We have to know what exactly our array is and how we can use that array. What are the different methods it is providing? There are a lot of things in depth, but try to understand arrays are also a complex data types. So that's about your arrays and data types. And now one thing is, we call JavaScript as a dynamic data types. Why? Because you can create a string variable, you can assign a number also. For example, I have something like dynamic data types. This is my example. So now I'll go with where am is equal to, I want to give something like 12 am or something like am only. This is my string. Now let me print this console.log of am. So now what I'll do, I'll change this into 10 and let me print this console.log of am. So that means here we are giving a string, but I am assigning the value as number. So it will understand automatically and it will change the data type internally by JavaScript. So we are not bothered about it. So here the am is string till this point 59. At 61 it changed to number and that number will be displayed. Let me go here and you can see am as a string and 10 as a number, and even you can check the type as well. So how to check the data type of a particular variable? It is very simple. Am comma type of, there is a keyword called as type of followed by that variable. So I am giving a variable called as am, and the same thing I'll use the type of where I'm using am. In this case the type of am is string. In this case the type of am is number. So let's see that. Hit it and you can see am as a string and 10 as a number. That means it is converting its own type based on the assignment whatever you are doing. So that's why this is called as dynamic data type handler. That means JavaScript can handle any type of data based on the assignment itself. This could be a bit confusing, but JavaScript behavior is like that because each and every variable is treated as an object, and string is an object, number is an object, everything is an object, and even JavaScript is called as an object oriented programming language. So here we have number of data types which we are using in JavaScript, and no need to handle them internally, and this type of conversion is called as a internal type conversion. So it will convert by itself. Sometimes we have to convert externally. I'll show you that in the upcoming videos. So this is about your data types in JavaScript. Try to understand in a clear fashion. These are very, very important even for the interview purpose and also whenever you are doing a real-time projects. These are fundamentals and the basics which are very, very important for us. So that's about data types, and that's it for this video. Hope you like my explanation. If you like my video, like, share, subscribe to my channel for more updates. Signing off. Thank you.